The sky is so clouded over it, it is difficult to tell the time of day. Shell,
And you were
check what?
you were that kid in fucking elementary school, weren't you?
I don't know what he's doing, so I'm just trying to read robotically just in case
No,
he's
no,
got
no.
something
I'm
planning.
looking to recap the episode. So maybe we should go back here because
Oh,
we haven't really introduced this yet. But
I'm sorry.
well,
Okay.
so we did an episode of January 7th a week ago, and everything crashed at the end, and the recording was lost. And it's
Yes.
tough to recapture the magic of a, you know, tabletop role playing game
Some
over
say
again.
impossible.
Yeah, so we're not going to do that. But we've got this laid out, what happened in the episode. We're going to talk about it a little bit. Two of us did some drawings, and Hammer's going to tell us how great those are in just a minute here when we hit each point.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're just going to break it down. And slight spoiler, our heroes need to redraft their powers. So we're going to finish by choosing that and how that will work out for Shell and Teeter. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to build up to. But yeah, so what happened in the story? As you started there, you said they stepped through the door, and where
Yeah,
were we?
we opened, yeah, we got through the door and we were in the future. Like it was just like we heard a wheelchair in the background and the door slammed shut and like there was nothing around us. Just dusty nothing. More nothing.
Yeah, and as someone who likes beaches, I at first thought that it was quite beautiful.
But he's not
But
talking
apparently it
about
wasn't. I was wrong.
not geographically the beaches, guys. He's referring to the 1987 classic Beaches, the movie,
Yep.
starring Bette Midler. Our demographic is super, super young.
Throw Bette Midler into the keywords. Let's see what
We have a
happens.
Oh
demographic.
boy. Yeah. So nothing was around, like absolutely nothing.
Wow. What we decided to do was just, there was nothing near us, so we started walking. But to make sure that other friendlies in the area would know that, like, we're on their side, we decided to sing a theme song or a song that would let them identify us.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that theme
Do you
song?
remember the song?
No, I don't. No.
We sang it for like 3.5 hours as we walked through a wasteland.
We did this episode in real time.
And
It was
YMCA
really
because
cool.
we were trying to find Patriots. We were hoping they could hear the anthem of the Patriot, and people would be like, "Oh, friendlies, yeah, I forgot about that." Well
Yeah,
played.
and because Kid Rock hadn't wrote his classic, soon-to-be classic song, where he rhymes a couple words with himself.
Yeah.
That hadn't been written yet, so we couldn't sing
Right.
that.
Of course.
Because we know all the words, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I also continued my wonderful stellar roles of basically Snake Eyes. This time I tried to fill a Gatorade bottle, and because it was filled with piss, and that would fill with more piss.
Well, it was a third full of piss when you tried to piss into it.
Mhm.
What we didn't account for was that you're a crack whore.
Yes. Yes.
So when you rolled the snake eyes, did you injure yourself?
Yes. At any time that I rolled, I somehow managed to injure myself more to the point where I was genuinely concerned I was going to die this episode. Like I was flat out convinced. What just happened?
That's large.
It sure is. I'm trying to fix that now, and we will. We will see Shell after she has just pissed on herself.
Tell me there's more. Oh, there's more.
So that is
We are very talented
100%
people,
me.
and this is. I can figure out how to fix this.
So, as we rotate this around, I do want to point out that not only did you injure yourself and get piss all over the outside of the bottle, you spilled the third of a bottle of piss that we had, which was one of the few things that we had in our inventory. And I'm not sure why we had it in our inventory. We'd have to go back another episode or two. Hey, baby.
We had no weapons. Guns are gone. My drones that have been effectively giving us some semblance of help. Gone. Battery's dead. Not a
Yeah,
USB
and
charger to be found.
All true.
my weird skills weren't working, so like we were down to a bottle of an empty Gatorade bottle of not piss.
Right. And probably 3 hit points less too, because I'm a fucking idiot who can't roll dice. So
Yeah.
so anyway, after like I think it was like a good 10 minutes of us trying to figure out where we're going and what the plan was, we just start going in one direction.
Well, but
And
before you
just-
started going, Teeter did manage to get a little bit of his piss back into the bottle to fill it back up some.
Yeah, I think I rolled like a 7. So we got the third bottle of piss back, but it was warm anyway, so fresh.
Yeah.
And heavy, apparently, but we'll get there. Go ahead.
Yep. So as we kept walking, we approached 3 girls. We see 3 girls in the distance. Just kind of
You see a campfire in the distance, yeah.
And
there's
crackhead logic was like, hold on, I got this. Forgetting that I'm a crackhead. And I just decided to approach them with all the awesomeness and charm a southern crackhead could possibly give, where I then rolled another probably 2 or 3. And they wanted to murder us immediately.
They did.
And
Yeah,
they all had
your
weapons.
charm, had no effect. I think I tried charming them too for a little bit, didn't I?
You did
Yeah.
not. I think that Teeter realized that he was not going to be the person who was going to approach 3 very young women who seemed to be scantily clad and kind of matching their surroundings there, just kind of torn up rags and things that they were wearing. And Teeter smartly understood that he should not be the one to approach these people. So Shell tried, and she was attacked for that effort immediately.
Yes. Which I responded with all the fury of a crackhead and all the agility and strength of a crackhead. Again,
And all the
rolling-
dice rolling ability of his Zazz.
There
Yep.
you go. Where I probably injured my dog and me immediately get captured. Not even a stutter step, just immediately getting captured. They tied me up, pitted me in the sand, and all of a sudden, Teeter.
No, you lasted longer than me actually. You were rolling dice. You were getting injured. You would smack. You weren't great, but you weren't. I was down before you, but before I went down, I used the weapon that I had crafted earlier after I filled the bottle of Gatorade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay,
And
let's not
here you
blow
are
right by this,
doing
because
exactly that.
this was the highlight of I would say the episode, which was Hammer gloriously rolls like I call it like a nat 20, but in dice form that was like a 12.
11. I got an 11. I was
You got
1 away.
And you brained that 14-year-old girl.
Yeah. Yeah, with a Gatorade bottle, half filled with piss, or in a sock tied to another sock, and I hit her right upside the head. And that's almost exactly what I was imagining.
Yeah.
It's disturbing how much that drawing looks more like me than the character. So,
I don't know if you've noticed, Hammer, but Teeter, it was entered into the lore that he
Canon.
does have a patriotic tattoo also. I'll let the artist explain that the rest of the way, but there you go.
Yeah, it was decided as this drawing was coming out that Teeter, being a man of history and obviously a man of culture, would want a patriotic tattoo of an eagle. However, when he went into the tattoo parlor and not really understanding that there are different kinds of eagles, he gets the Iron Eagle put on his bicep of Nazi Germany fame.
Of Nazi Germany
nice.
fame.
I can totally see that.
Okay.
I mean, the people he hangs out with, they would assume.
Yeah. He didn't know. He thinks it's an eagle, so clearly it's patriotic. And
Eagle.
eagle.
We've established that he's smart, so yeah, that's all in line.
Yeah. And he's wearing camouflage cutoff shorts.
Of course.
Yeah.
They used to be full-length pants. They're the Camorts of
So yeah, Teeter.
no
Teeter
doubt, by the
demolished,
way, there are Crocs on his feet,
probably. But
with
Teeter
socks.
had a 14-year-old girl run at him, and he made her head explode with a sock full of piss.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was the most amazing thing in the history of this game, I think, as of yet. I can't stress
But
enough.
it was a smart move on my part. It was too smart for Teeter, I think, but you get what you get. The thing was, after I did this, I quickly went down. I believe they rolled like a 11 on attacking me, and I got knocked out while you were
Right.
still fighting.
Right.
So yeah, you were up longer than me. Before they, I think I was still unconscious or coming to whenever they started. They had tied you up, I think.
Yeah. And the dog kept trying to attack as well. I think we eventually took out another one with just nibbles. Like he would nibble and I would bite, and he would nibble and I would bite. And I think eventually we wore a second one down. But at that point, and correct me if I'm wrong, we both got subdued, and then just a harem showed up. Like a
At least a
gaggle
couple
of
more
14-year-olds.
girls. Yeah, there was a couple more that
came
showed
out of
up.
the woods.
Kind of came out of the woodwork after that. Yeah, but you were both subdued at that point.
And
It didn't matter.
apparently, to people who support Trump, this would have been a good thing.
Yes.
Bunch of underage girls showing up, scantily clad.
Certain
Well,
people.
it's funny because
Yeah.
sorry, Josh.
No. You guys were dragged back to a camp at that point, and
Yeah.
you didn't know what was happening. They didn't communicate with you at all, and you were just kind of left there overnight. And in the morning, you see that you've been dropped kind of in the middle of this stone tableau, just kind of badly made circle of stones. And in the center of that was a poorly made throne, just some rocks kind of thrown together in the general shape. And as the morning progresses, you're able to see a little bit better. You notice that the gravel and the dirt on the outside of this thing start to shake and move, and you feel like you've seen it someplace before. And in front of you appears an old friend in the form of Melty Matt Gates, who looks a little bit like this sometimes.
Yeah.
Dad,
It was a little scary.
Yeah, it's a what I imagined him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty much he was not happy with us. We tried to talk him down, convince him we're patriots, but he continued to blame us for everything that was going on right now, telling us that we
Yeah.
gave all our powers to wheelchair Cawthorn. I'm sorry, are we calling him Cawthorn? Legally, can we call him Cawthorn?
In the story,
Yeah, Matt
he's-
Cawthorn, the
Yeah, Mad
I
Call
don't know.
is how he goes in the game right now.
Yeah.
But pretty clear. Yeah, he is in a wheelchair. Not a super cool dude.
Sorry about his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
No, you can't talk about somebody who's handicapped in a mean way. So you always have to. I'm sorry about your legs. You know, show sympathy for a guy who can't like fucking ride a bike anymore.
I don't know,
He still get a hand job from
I
his
mean,
cousin, but he can't ride a bike
technically,
in
anymore.
lingerie. Yeah. Yep. You can do all that. So, anyways, he
Could
shows
never
up.
go back.
Yes, and you're right. He was not happy. He suggests that somehow, a year prior to when you two stepped back out, Madison Cawthorn reappeared with the 3 flasks that you had already collected. And when you guys
Yeah.
check, you see that those are certainly gone. You're not sure what happened, but Melty Matt, Mr. Gates, tells you that he was able to acquire the things that he has here, this camp and this, fairly sizable group of 14-year-old girls, because he helped Mad Caw in some way, but he doesn't say how. And
And he was mad that we had helped Mad Caw, apparently.
yes,
Which
well,
I
he
thought
was-
was unfair.
I think upset more that
And
you
I thought
hadn't
of skipping.
completed your mission, which was to collect the rest of those flasks, and then you
Yeah,
disappeared.
but skipping right to the end was probably smarter, I thought. So,
I mean,
Well, you're here
clearly,
but
experiencing
he
what
didn't
you
agree.
are, so
no,
that's-
he was not happy. He was
Yeah, he was
on a,
very angry at us.
yeah,
I try to keep
was-
my agreeing with Matt Gates to a minimum. But in this case, I think that he had you pretty spot on. Yeah, you did not complete your mission, went a year in the future, and somehow lost the flask that you had.
So you're a Matt Gates supporter.
That's where we do the close up of Zaz and cut back to this. So he's not happy, and he doesn't give you the full story. And as he's telling you all of this, or kind of telling you all of this, one of the
very
girls
vague.
jumps out. One of the girls jumps out from behind him and tries to attack, but his shape shifts and he envelops her. And there's a slight struggle, it looks like, inside this shifting pile of dirt and rocks. And he pulls away, and there is just a very small skeleton left that tumbles to the ground. He says a few more shitty things to the two of you, and he is seemingly just about to attack.
we are so screwed at this point.
Yeah,
Powers,
we just
no
got beat up
weapons.
by. We got beat up by a couple chicks. Dog was ineffective. They aren't going to fall for the piss sock trick anymore.
And then who shows up?
But beat, motherfuckers.
The original.
Lady G, one of the last people
I love
I
that
think
scooter.
we all expected, because you guys did kill Lady G a few
Yes.
episodes
Yeah.
ago. Zaz,
Lady G was
I'm sorry, Shell
totally murdered.
put out a cigarette on one of Lady G's ladybugs,
Proudly.
and then you left her to die with the former vice president in a burnt
Sex
out
dungeon.
just a sex dungeon that they had set up there somehow. But Lady G shows up. She's got a brand new motorcycle with a sidecar, which is very clear from this drawing of the scooter that we have in front of us.
Invisible sidecar, like
Yep.
a Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she encourages you to jump on or into the motorcycle she has, and she speeds away.
Maybe we don't beat up the scooter too much because the person who drew this was so proud that they pulled off Lady G so well.
Listen, the Lady G picture is
Yeah, no.
spot on.
And I think the scooter's a great looking scooter. So I'm not. Yeah.
I like it. I'm just saying it wasn't, accurate to the story we're trying to tell.
No,
It's great.
No, this is definitely fan fiction. Beep, motherfuckers.
Lady G tells you that the information that Melty Matt gave you was accurate, and that Madcaw had come back and destroyed everything, and the reason that you don't have your powers is because he has ruined things to such a great extent that it affected everything. However,
Accurate.
That's not our fault though. Like they didn't tell us a timeline. They didn't say don't trust him. Like, I mean, maybe this is the way things should be.
I don't know. Usually when there's a you've got to save the world situation, it's not whenever you feel like it. What tomorrow's laundry day?
Sometimes
Wednesday's fine. The end of the world.
I
It'll wait
think
for Saturday.
I think unless they tell you, yeah, it's not on me.
Yeah.
I mean, did they say there was a high priority on this, or
No, I think if anything that they were kind of, lazy about the whole thing. Like we'll get to it. Just eventually get to the capital. We're gonna march there. We're not gonna run. We're gonna march. We're gonna saunter
yeah,
our way
that's
to
the kind of people we were in that whole thing. We were not running.
Yeah. For Pete's sake, Lady G's riding a scooter. If she was
Yeah.
serious about getting anywhere, that'd be a crotch rocket. An American crotch rocket.
And so Lady G tells you that when she was brought back to life, she got some extra special magical powers along with what she had going on. And there's a way that she can get you your powers back. And do you guys remember how she proposed you do that?
I think we had to suck on some ladybugs or nipples.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, so she wanted you to get some to suck on her taint, her genital
And
warts.
Lady G's wearing flip-flops, by the way. Those are very
She
stylish
is.
flip-flops. And she's wearing a little tiny skirt.
Don't be scared. They're just my ladybugs.
This is terrifying. Is this gonna get us a strike on YouTube?
original video
Probably
didn't,
not.
to be
No.
Listen, I wanted to share with you guys. So to celebrate that we're doing kind of a new chapter in the story here, and that we've stuck with it so far, I got something for you guys. I commissioned something, and I got to tell you, when Zaz suggested that we do some drawings the other day, I was so happy about it. So if you want to take a look here at the screen, a little something.
I'm going to make my screen large just for this.
Went over to Fiverr the other day, and so this is that's Teeter and Shell. It's I think they did a really good job. And oh no, what's that?
Anything you put in his mouth is going to come out feeling great. Anything you put in his mouth is going to come out feeling great. Anything you put in his mouth is going to come out feeling great. Anything.
Oh God, how long is this? You're right, but it doesn't help that it was super dry and thick.
Might not last long at all now. Might not last long at all now.
It doesn't help that it was super dry and thick. You're right, bud. You're right, bud.
Might not last long at all now.
The next big bet we have, the loser has to get.
Stop. Oh, that is
All right, good night, everybody.
enough. Enough.
This was,
Whoever I hope that you told the artist about this in enough detail that he'll want to watch this episode and he can see our reaction to it. Because
well,
whoever did this, I know nothing about it. I just want to say before I learn anything, this is fucking beautiful. This is artwork. This is amazing. I love
right?
every inch of this.
This makes me uncomfortable in 1,000 ways. My body doesn't know what to do.
The artist on Fiverr, I did tell them that I would let them know when we put this up. They were very interested. They were awesome. They obviously did a fucking awesome job.
They did a ridiculously amazing
M4R
job.
on Fiverr. More for Mayor, I think. Mary is their name. And yeah, so check them out. Wonderful job for us here. And
I'm getting a t-shirt of this.
Oh my God.
Getting a t-shirt. It's fucking...
Just
I mean, the tits are perfect, too. Pararomantic because I like the luck alteration negatives to be specific.
and
It just seems to fuck with my relationship.
so Teeter is a pararomantic. Shell, what are you thinking?
So I think I mentioned this earlier. I hope it was to both of you. That I feel like my character is becoming more unhinged. and like not good. Like just
Well, I mean, you did throw a puppy to death.
so Gumshoe is like the more like, you know, patriot crackhead, like I'm really trying to find out the, you know, what's going on type. And I wasn't able to really flex those muscles per se. But now that she's absolutely losing her fucking mind slowly but surely, I think Hex might be the best one.
And what is why was that the best one? Why Hex?
Because nothing she's doing is gonna have any like rhyme or reason at this point. I mean, before like she had a right, she had friends, she had people in, she was trying to find justice through her, you know, Q, right? You chased
Because of
everything
her
with
dead
Q.
dog, right?
Yeah, it's like use magic to inflict disproportionate retribution on someone who wronged you. Use magic to exert your dominance over another. Use magic to do what you could do without it. Use magic without regard for the safety of others. Use magic to inflict gruesome violence. I mean, now granted, I'm not going to go crazy yet, but I feel like with her, especially being without drugs, you know,
and you've got to suck
little
this
by little.
power out of one of Lindsey Graham's anal warts, so you better make sure that it's worth it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
You could
All right.
chew on it a little bit, but
Could.
Could.
Yeah, so it's like our lovable little shell who was like, you know, just following the path, you know, her path, her truth. Eventually
social.
just is becoming manipulated and to go to the dark side. So I feel like she's just kind of slowly but surely going down that level.
All right, and Teeter, why pararomantic?
well, I like the fact that I have a companion / guide that I get to either for luck. If I choose to use luck, I get to roll a 12 whenever I want, which is nice. The thing is that I lose a relationship status with my guide. I can build it back, or I could just choose to abuse my guide. Like it's actually in there. I like that, so I get to be a little crazier with it. And yeah, I think it's some of the moves are nice. So bonding time with my guide, you get relationship stuff back. And I like Dark Desires, which I think will be super fun in this game, being the character that I am, where I can manipulate someone as long as I'm using an emotional side. I get to, I guess, convince them they love me or something. So I'm still digging in on it, but I just like the fact it opens up to more role play.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good choice. I like that.
Anything you put in his mouth is going to come out feeling great. Anything. Anything you put in his mouth is going to come out feeling great. Anything you put in his mouth is going to come out feeling great. Anything.
Oh God, how long is this? You're right, bud. It doesn't help that it was super dry and thick.
Might not last long at all now. Might not last long at all now.
It doesn't help that it was super dry and thick. You're right, bud. You're right, bud.
Might not last long at all now.